Hello guys, this is Mike from McProgramming.org. Today I'm going to show you how to write a basic method. Methods are very important. In all the tutorials up till now, we've been doing all of our logic and printing and any type of adding numbers. All of that has been within this main method, which is a method in itself. And what a method does when you add more methods to your class, it gives it more functionality and it breaks down the task into uh, smaller blocks that will end up being way more accurate. So the smaller the method, the better the result usually is. When you start putting a lot of lines in per method, it can get a little messy and hard to decode and debug if you start getting problems. Right here is the basic setup for a method. It's a modifier, which is declaring it public or private or in some cases protected. The return value type, which would be some type of an int or a string or boolean or even object names. And then you want to give your method a name, something that kind of describes what it does, and then parameters, and that's pretty much what you're inputting into the method, and then the method body, which the algorithm or whatever the method will do with the input string or input parameters. Sometimes you don't use parameters at all. It all depends. So let me give you an example. I'm going to make a quick little method that is going to add two integers and return an integer. So what we do for that case is public for the modifier, int is what will be returned, the type that will be returned, and we're just going to say add. That makes sense. And then in the parameters, we're going to add two numbers, so we're going to have to declare a variable x and declare a variable y. Open up brackets, and you're getting an error right now because it's saying you aren't returning anything, but we'll get to that later, so don't worry about that. So let's say int z equals x plus y, and we want to return an integer, and z we have declared as an integer. So let's say return z. Next, you get rid of all your errors, and then what you do is all your methods are run within this main method. And the reason that this is static is so you don't have to instantiate this class, that object. If I made this static right here, well, let me just show you. Let's say I try to do this method add, and I'll put in 8 and a 9. So that's pretty much how you set a method up, is you call the name and then you put two integers in there, and in this method 8 will be assigned to x, or x will be assigned to 8 and y will be assigned to 9, and you add them right there and it's put into z, and z will be returned. I actually have to system out print line this to even get it. But the reason that I'm getting an error right now is it says I'd have to change the modifier to static, and if I did that, it would work. Okay, and you get 17, but let's say that we were using methods from another class, or we don't want to have to write static all the time. You have to instantiate this class. I'll go over this a lot more in a later tutorial. This is how you instantiate classes. So we instantiated a new method class because we're in the method class, and we can take away the static, and all we have to do is the name that we gave this object, which is method. We say method dot and then the function name. So add, 8, 9. This should still print out 17. And there's other ways you can do this. There's a return type called void, which means it's returning nothing. You don't have to worry about that Z, and within here you can system dot out that print line Z. Get rid of all this. Voila. So that works. Sometimes you want to maybe make a method that you don't take in any parameters, so print something. You can leave empty brackets right there for parameter and say print something. Whoops. Make sure it's in quotes. Print something works. We'll have to call this method dot in. If you made it correctly, it will automatically give you that option to even create it. Print that out. Say OK, and bam. So all of that works. So that's your basic intro to what a method is. Right now we're just using public, but they are private, protected too, but we'll worry about that in another tutorial. So thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to want to learn. Maybe I'll show you how to make a class and call methods from different classes. That'll probably be the next tutorial. I'll make that right now. So y'all take care, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.